Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So this is the beginning of springtime. This is a very exciting time, specifically in relation to our food, our meat consumption for the upcoming year. What we're doing is we're getting set up for baby chicks. Our meat birds are supposed to be arriving tomorrow, and there's a lot that's involved in getting ready for them to stay here, and we need to get some prep done beforehand so that we're ready to just get them out of their boxes into their new homes for the next few weeks. We want to make that transfer as smooth as possible, just to make sure that they're happy and healthy from the very beginning. So come along with us. We've got a bunch of setup right here. If you want to get set up for meat birds, if that's something that you have any interest in, then you might be interested in seeing what we do to get prepared for these guys. So let's show you. For right now, we are having to keep our chicks for those first few weeks when they're very small. We have to keep them inside where we are, and we like to keep them in these blue totes. You can find these at pretty much anywhere. Walmart is where we got ours. We are getting 25 of them. We got a few more last year, so we're set up for actually quite a few more. But this way, with just 25, we'll be able to put 5 in each one of these bins. They'll have plenty of space when they get here so that they won't be crammed on each other. So we've got blue totes ready. Rach went and bought another bale of wood shavings, pine shavings at Tractor Supply. That'll be their bedding in those bins. And here we have their these are some feed containers. Here's the base of it, and there's the top of it that just screws on. We have chick feed that we put in the top. We've got 6 of these, 6 feeders and 6 waterers, again with the adjoining top. And this is for when they very first get here and they're still very small. We put the feed in these instead, and they're able to eat from either side. They don't have to be walking all over each other while they're eating. These are more miniature waterers, which these can screw nicely onto a mason jar, and another form of feeder. Just depends on how much room they need. If they're needing a lot of space, especially as they get bigger, we might switch to these, even though you might have to refill these a little bit more often, obviously, because they hold less. They will give the chicks more space inside those totes. These are the bulbs that we get, and they come 2 per box that way. Here's the light fixtures that they go in. A little bit different setup, or a little bit different casing for them, and the cages to go over those heat lights so that they don't burn themselves, which these light fixtures, they come with these cages. I mean, if you get one of these, you'll get one of these as well. And aside from feed, that's what we have found what we need for those first beginning weeks of their development when we're keeping them indoors. Feeders, waterers, smaller feeders and waterers, and their source of heat, and their bedding. Alright, so now you've seen all the parts of what you might need for chicks. Now I'm going to start putting all this stuff together to make their new home. finished product looks like. You snap these onto the side of the tote. Okay, so that takes care of their heat. Now let's get them set up for their feed. We like to use the Do More Poultry Chick Starter. Tractor Supply, those areas, if we're starting meat birds, this is what they recommended for their starter feed. If any of you guys have done meat birds before, let us know what you like to use for chick starter, what you found works best for you. Okay, these guys are all set up for food and heat. Let's get their water in there. We like to put this in their water. This is Bragg's apple cider vinegar. Notice it says with the mother. This stuff is awesome for your chickens, for their digestive system, for their crop, for their immunity, just their overall health. This is a really good immunity booster, especially when you very first bring them home and they're still suffering from a little bit of shock from being moved and all that kind of. They tend to be a little bit more their immune system might need a boost. This is really awesome. You just add a quick shot of this in their waterer. We usually do about maybe a teaspoon or a tablespoon per quart. Just sort of eyeball it. About like that is good enough. And this stuff is always good for your chicken's immunity, whether they're chicks or full-grown hens or roosters. This stuff is amazing to help boost their immune system. You want to be sure to get the stuff with the mother. That's important. That's their water. These plates that you see right here, those are actually the base for the larger waterers, but I figured until such time as they need those larger amounts of water, those bases might as well serve as a good platform. This way the waterers can sit up on top of those. They can stay free of the wood shavings, which the chicks will invariably try to kick up into their water. So I think that about does it. Need to get these heat lamps plugged in, and we'll be ready to go. What are we doing? We're getting our birds, that's what we're doing. Got a call from the people at the feed store, and they said that they got our shipment in. Now we get to go get them. Exciting stuff. Now the chicks are in their new home. We're gonna leave these guys alone. Looks like they're already getting some food, but we're gonna leave them alone for right now, and hopefully you guys stay tuned. We look forward to giving you guys weekly updates as these little guys grow in a hurry. So we'll see you next time on the next update. Take it easy.